Guys, JPS Trading here again. This is episode 13, the 11th of September 2020. This is a Friday. This is going to be episode 13 of Trading to a Million, as I said before. As you can see by the title, this is actually going to be a losing day, not to spoil it for you guys. But I did want to use this video as something to talk about when taking losses, because obviously, evidently, they do happen. Not just once, but they do happen every now and again. That's part of trading, unfortunately. As you can see, that I've actually just gone short here, just about one contract, and you'll see in a second we're going to do an update of about 8 a.m. where we expect more volatility to jump into, and I'm going to decide whether or not to obviously increase my position size. So obviously there was a big spike in the futures, so I just decided to average down a little bit there. Still pretty confident going into short, but obviously you'll see throughout this video that there is quite a lot of indecisive price action that I could see in the market right through to the open. There was, if you guys traded on Friday, there was a weak sell-off that happened in the night before in the US. Obviously the Australian market sold off on Thursday as well. So I was anticipating that this was probably going to continue. But going through further up to close to about 9 a.m. now, you can see the market did have some weakness, but then it stayed in a pretty true range from what we could see. Sellers and buyers were definitely very indecisive, and I was still okay with my short position, but my stop loss wasn't too far away from the current price. I had it in quite tight, actually. So if I was pretty well prepared to actually take a loss today if that was going to occur in terms of that. But you guys will obviously see how this plays out. But yeah, as I go into more detail, obviously as the loss I took today, please let me know what you guys think of the video. Obviously always like and subscribe, as let me know what you're thinking of the series as well. Really happy that you guys are obviously watching and everything, which is great. But yeah, so obviously getting pretty close to about 950 now. I had another order to average down on my contract, but I actually decided to pull this really close to the open, and that was just because, as you can see on the chart, my stop loss is pretty well close. So I was anticipating that there was a pretty high chance that I was going to get stopped out, so I'd rather not add on the risk if I don't necessarily need it to increase my dollar figure loss. So I was happy just to mitigate my risk there in terms of that. So I've sped up this clip. You'll see that the price obviously gets pretty close to my stop loss. It actually doesn't hit it there in terms of that. It actually comes down a little bit, it comes back up, it comes back down. Very indecisive throughout the whole day, actually. The market just didn't really have a move in mind, which obviously isn't great for trading, unless you're doing some really tight range trading, which I wasn't. But I'm sure if any of you guys were doing that on Friday, you guys would have cleaned up. So you can see here that it came pretty close to my stop loss again. You'll actually see here that my position actually goes into a bit of profit, pretty close to about $50. And what I wanted to talk about was actually taking losses, not intentionally, but obviously letting the trade play out, because people will be watching this and thinking, well, you're in profit of $50, or you could have put your stop at break even. And yes, that definitely makes sense in theory, but when you've got about a 60 or a 70% hit rate on these positions, you'll notice, being a trader, that some of your most profitable positions will actually go into profit, then come back into break even or negative territory, and then really go on their run. So if you're thinking about it on that perspective, actually taking the profit here could have been detrimental in a long period of time, because that could have been a really big runner. So losses are going to happen. Obviously, if you can mitigate it a little bit, that's great, which obviously I did here, reduced it down to about $130, which I was okay with. But yeah, obviously, if I decided to take that profit, I could have missed out on a big profitable runner. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.